Welcome back to the North American Strikers League Season 2. We are here with another matchup with another duo of the top teams of Omega Strikers. It's Demons Raw versus Goats Esports.
Oh yeah, we'll see him. And hopefully, I hopefully dressed up for something. Inky, you got to pull some strings over at John Odyssey's house, man. You got to get that map going. I know neither of those teams want to go to this map, so they're probably petitioning as well. Probably riding on the streets if they grab it, but I want to see it. I want to see the juice. I want to see the juice. I want to see some juicer plays. I want to see it coming out. Or Gates through Obscure. That's okay too. Probably want to see some hijinks going on there. Excited to see what these players. I should not have taken a bite before we went on gas. That made it incredibly hard. But what will not be incredibly hard is probably rolling that Inky Splashdown with the extra chance percentage of rolling that map, both in competitive, normal, and custom queues. So maybe we'll be able to see that coming out. Of course, we've already gotten a good look of it, though, with the previous series, chatting versus Orbits especially. But hopefully we'll be able to get into the game soon. As you know what, something I want to say, the background of the lobby background that we have between games is like my favorite one so far. I love like the little octopus guy sitting on the what's it? Not the lawn chair. The what do you call those like beach chairs that are like the wooden reclined beach chairs that like people like, they get their like tan on by like they put on the shades and they have the like reflective mirror to get their tan. I don't know what they're called. Are they just called beach chairs? I wonder if they're called beach chairs. I'll have to Google that or something. But what we won't need to Google though is Demons Raw and Goats Esports, as I believe both of us are so familiar with these teams. Demons Raw, probably the strongest team in the West right now, facing arguably the second strongest team in the West right now, as Chikara chatting. No longer a West team. Just saying, they're no longer a West team. They've got two Easties going up in there. So unfortunately, uh, these are what we've got right now. So a little bit of a battle for California right now. The SoCal Civil War, as they say. I have no idea if any players live in SoCal, but I'm lying to your face. I can say whatever I want. I'm casting right now. So 11 seconds in queue, though. Hopefully, we'll be able to find that game very, very soon. Hopefully, we won't get loading bugged either. God bless John Odyssey. But as of right now, what do you think of these matchups so far, Saya, between these two teams?
I mean, if I were a betting man, I would not bet on Goats here. Yeah, it's a little bit of a lopsided matchup in theory, especially because the roster of Demons Raw is absolutely stacked. It is Gumi, it is Kainoob, it is Snake. And Snake, although he is not technically a North American Strikers League champion, he did have an incredible performance at the LAN. He is the Pro League Invitational champion alongside Lumos and Streak and technically Slop as well. So, you know, this team is just full of titans.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And we are loading into game right now. Let's see if the splash down will be coming to the North American Strikers League yet again. We will see in just a moment. As it's not, it's night market. All right, we're purchasing. Merchant putting up his vendor shop, and I'm not gonna take a bite. I almost took a bite out of my food. That would have been awful. But unfortunately, and it looks like the entire side of Demons Raw was so excited for Inky Splashdown 2. They're all repping their swimsuits. But unfortunately, we're just not going. Unfortunately, the beach may be closed actually for the next few hours.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate for the few fans of that map, but
Very few.
I'm sure the players are very happy with this result. The spectators, I'll leave that up to you to decide, but a bit of a normal draft coming in, but the Luna Hover from Gumi changes everything. Is it a Deadeye start or something? Octavia being picked up on the other side as well. What? Okay, this starter must be crazy.
Yeah, I'm just hovering those. I mean, yeah, definitely Luna and Octavia, characters that, based on Starting Awakenings, should basically never be in the same game, if I recall correctly. Maybe like the Twin Drive overlap or something like that, but as far as I can tell, that Octavia never wants to be there if Luna gets something like that Deadeye or like that extra special.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. The Rune goalie coming out from Gumi. It's been a long time since we've seen that in competition. So we'll have to see. I Love Albion is
Cast
a Palmy,
to last and Reverberation. Interesting. Oh, well, that explains the Octavia, definitely.
Yeah, Castellas doing wonders for that pick here, as Fudgy Waffles will look to stay alive, will look to not get banished by the Gumi Rune, as it is a double-edged sword, right? That extra banish length will take Fudgy Waffles out of the flow state very easily. But it is a bit of an Asher battle right now, as Apalmi and Snake are fighting it out, but Kainoob and Gumi happy to just pass it back and forth. Kilius with the strike shot though, newly fixed strike shot. That's a big thing that we haven't talked about yet. Strike shot's finally usable again.
Yeah, definitely, and such a strong gear for that goalie Drakara, the extra missile propulsion, or the extra projectile range, so important. But it won't matter right now, as a double goalie barrier does come down from Snake, and a strike roar one against Kilius gets the first point in the game, going over to the side of Demon's Raw.
Yeah, what a great play. Just Snake getting both barriers with the strike war wins the follow up from Kainoob, instantly securing the goal, and that is sort of team play that the Goats must try and counterplay here, as Kilius sends it down and up away from Snake. Apalmi and Fudgy Waffles looking to get this barrier. They get one. Kainoob does send it away though. Kilius sending it right back. But Gumi and Kainoob have a lot of room to play with. They're kind of holding hands in the goalie box.
Yeah, core flip does come out from Kainoob, almost punished for that lack of dodge by Mr. I Love Albion the first. Unfortunately, that banish does come out, stopping this offensive play in its tracks and forcing that core flip out from I Love Albion. Snake, though, able to get that second goalie barrier. Goal open for Kilius, but Kilius does have his core flip to work with if he can get it going. Flow state from Octavia manages to stay up, but both forwards for the side of... Oh! And Snake intercepting it from that bounce from the rune, able to get it into the goal past Kilius' core flip. 2-0, Demon's Raw.
Yeah, and Gumi question marking Kilius a little bit there. The signature Gumi emotes coming out, as Kilius saved core flip for next point, but even this point might not be that good of a future to be in, because one barrier is already down and Snake is approaching. Fudgy Waffles slowed by the Zakar though, has to watch out here as Kainoob just dribbles it up, down, back to Gumi, back to Kilius, as one barrier gets snuck past Kainoob on the top side. Fudgy and Apalmi approaching, but that rune pillar so good at defending the top side of the barrier, as Brickbat, the game is stalling a little bit.
Yeah, and good play from Kainoob, I want to point out, sitting in that corner, using that shotgun to intercept the pass between I Love Albion and Fudgy Waffles, able to stop that play in its tracks. And now, though, it looks like Fudgy Waffles is on the offensive again, but he's going to be staggered and forced to blow that for that dodge early, which means that he won't have a lot to work with, and he is sent off the map as a result. Kilius does have that flip to work with if it's needed. Forced to blow it out. Snake not able to win, but it's passed right back to him from Kainoob, or Snake, electing to go for I Love Albion the KO instead of the goal, and unfortunately he's punished for that, not getting that goalie barrier. I Love Albion winning the strike war in mid, able to get it going, but a good clear from Kilius, able to keep that last goalie barrier alive. Rune Pillar comes out, able to intercept the core before it goes in the net. Fudgy Waffles trying to get it past Kainoob right now, but the flip from Kainoob, making sure that just doesn't happen. Fudgy Waffles now staggered, but on the back end, Snake sent off the map. Fudgy Waffles trying to intercept, the flow state is gone. Kilius trying to get it forward, but a banish comes out from Rune. Core flip comes out from Gumi to keep the point alive, and Rune Pillar able to block that mix-up shot. Kainoob, though, able to get it right between Fudgy Waffles and Kilius to get that last goalie barrier. Both goals are open right now. Kilius on the defensive right now against Kainoob's Molten Bolt. Almost gets it in. No! Fudgy Waffles! The Sonic Burst, the special from Fudgy Waffles, unfortunately own goaling it there, giving Demon's Raw the first set of the game.
Yeah, really unfortunate beat drop. I believe that's what it's called. I could be wrong too, though.
Beat drop. No, Sonic Boom's a primary, I think.
Yeah. The names get a little bit confusing, and Kainoob rewarded with those aerials. But it's looking a little bit dangerous, that specialized training and Monumentalist on the field. Those Ashers will become very scary potentially unless the Chrono Boost is denied. Both of them going a little bit supportive as Fire Up is being picked up for Snake. And honestly, one thing I gotta point out for Kainoob. Kainoob is consistently saving Molten Bolt to just throw on Fudgy Waffles whenever he tries to go on flow state, and it just kills the momentum completely.
Yeah, definitely a good strategy against that Octavia. On Era too, I like to use that Shrink Ray, save it for the Octavia as soon as that spacebar is pressed, as soon as that secondary goes down, using all of your CC tools on that Octavia to you know, shut it down before the Octavia can get going. And yeah, really smart play from the side of Kainoob here, knowing that matchup really, really well.
Yeah, Snake is approaching, gets the barrier beam onto the barrier, and now Gumi in the midfield, Kainu flexing a little bit to the goalie position. Snake looking for a clear up, but it is not found as Killia sends it down. Kainu dancing around a little bit, giving up a barrier, but that's just one barrier. The second one is defended by 2 pillars from Gumi. The banish comes out, Apalmi can do nothing but watch as Snake goes for a KO. A little bit of a missed time, but Apalmi's health bar is still low, is still under threat, and Snake just walks up slowly and strikes into the bottom of the net.
Yeah, and true to his name, opportunistic hunting on that goal right there. It looks like the side of Goats Esports. Unlike the full goat that a Snake could not eat, they're looking like mice or bird eggs right now. Absolutely delicious for snakes, actually. Fun fact, I think I could be lying to your face. I know nothing about biology, but that being said, I love Albion, trying to love some of those goalie barriers right now, but not able to get anything just quite yet. Gumi getting core control over for the side of Demon's Raw as Snake almost sent off by I Love Albion, but nothing found so far. Fudgy Waffles looking low on dodge and stagger, might not have too many tools to work with. Good strike from Snake, able to get that first goalie barrier, but he is unfortunately sent off the map in response. Gumi and Kainu both have high energy to work with right now. Gumi looks like going on the offensive, bit of a roll swap. Base drop from Fudgy Waffles, not able to find that good goalie barrier. Well-timed strike, but a good strike placement from the forwards of Goats Esports, able to get that first goalie barrier. Flip comes out from Gumi, not able to find anything. Pass splitter, not able to find anything either. Snake trying to get that last goalie barrier, but nothing so far. Flip for the side of I Love Albion, will he need to take it for this last goalie barrier? You just might, as he is banished to the Shadow Realm. Gumi gets to draw 2 cards from his Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Fudgy Waffles, though, not able to find anything just quite yet. Trying to pass to I Love Albion, now taking so much HP damage as a result. And Kainu sending him off the map with the shotgun blast, the lock and load. Locking and loading Fudgy Waffles into that penalty box. Good strike 4 from Snake. Oh, but he is sent off the map from I Love Albion, playing too close to the net right now, forcing that core flip from Kainu to get that final goalie barrier. Fudgy Waffles walking a bit too forward, unfortunately, giving Kainu that one shot, but able to punish with that base drop. Pillar comes out, stopping that play from I Love Albion. Banish comes out. Gumi going in the offensive, trying to score something himself. Toss back into the Rune Pillar, not able to find anything. Snake, there is a forward in the net right now. Not able, able to keep it out actually though. Fudgy Waffles though. Fudgy Waffles unfortunately not able to get the core control with the flow state, and a good lock and load and strike from Snake, able to get that second point of the set.
Yeah, just incredible patience from Snake, incredible strike placement as well. Not hitting the corner of the goal, sending it straight in. It's a bit of an underrated thing. When you see it happen, it's like, okay, that's expected, but a lot of plays, a lot of moments where players hit it off and it goes around. It's very common as Snake gets 2 barriers with the dribble so calmly, elusives away from the specialized speed drop of Fudgy Waffles. Fudgy is almost at a flip, but is Molten Bolted yet again. Snake in position, Kainu in position, and that single pillar gets the better of Killiest as 3-0. Demon's Raw are just absolutely dominating right now.
Yeah, and look at that position. Probably seen the replay, but look at that positioning when you can from Snake. Absolutely oppressive, standing in the perfect spot, blocking out the up clear, and Killies is just forced to strike it back into the Rune Pillar over and over again. It's so hard to defend against those situations, even with things like that lock and load, able to get those strike or wins. But going into this next draft, heavy impact from Kainu. He's going to have such a low cooldown on those shotguns as they often hit more than one target. Stagger Swagger does come out from the side of Fudgy Waffles, though, making it much, much harder to kill. So the brawling option, even with a 1-2 punch from Asher, might not be able to work. Oh, wait, I believe it was built different, actually, for the side for Snake, actually. So that size training will be able to help him win those strike wars, keep up that gun control, but the extra damage might not mean too much against Fudgy Waffles.
Yeah, and Fudgy using that V drop to get it out of that corner. Killiest and Fudgy putting up a bit of a defense, but one barrier is lost. Gumi and Kainu have so much room to work with the strike war win as well, but a barrier will be taken on that side as Killiest does not have a strike left to defend that. Gumi gets back in time to defend the barrier, and Fudgy Waffles looking for a bit of a strike war, but is Molten Bolted yet again and again. Fudgy has not been able to play the game the entire duration of it. And now it is once again Demon's Raw on the offense. Kainu pushing up with Snake, who has flipped in front of the net. Oh, but it is saved! It is saved away by the Goats, but for how much longer? Kainu is in place and not risking anything. The most insecure shotgun in the world, but who can blame him after that defense?
Yeah, I think the Demons RAHH was shaking for a brief second, but it won't matter really as they end up getting that point in the end. They get a little bit of a chance to breathe and regain as the Molten Bolt does come out from Kainoob, putting so much damage on the Fudgy Waffle. He's already at half HP, but that Swagger will keep him nice and healthy. Now he'll be able to use that flow state just in time without the slow coming out from Kainoob. Will he be able to make anything work though with it as they just can't get it onto the enemy side of the field. Gumi keeping it up with his aggressive play and pillars. Achilles trying to find something right now, but look at that. Fudgy Waffle's already so low. Banish comes out from Gumi, and look at that. Snake and Kainoob, look at that. Living up to Snake's name. Again, Fudgy Waffle's looking like a small chicken egg right now, as unfortunately Snake is looking to pounce and eat that hole, but unfortunately nothing will come of it. Kainoob now low on HP and stagger, forced to walk back to get that orb. Fudgy Waffle trying to win those strike boards against Snake, getting it up, does pass it to I Love Albion, able to get that second goalie barrier. Flip in front of the net in the perfect position to mix up, and there he goes. I Love Albion, loving those goals. Oh my gosh, look at that marshmallow thing. That was really nice. But able to send it in past Kainoob's lock and load, able to get them the first point in what seems like a while.
Yeah. And this could be the start of a comeback if the Goats can find a foothold here. But once again, Molten Bolt this time used on the Asher of Opalmi, who is being taken low, is being banished, is almost being taken off the map here, and is indeed KO'd as Snake walks back, has almost full meter, almost ready for that core flip, looking for the barriers here, in position to get one as well. Flip, but it is defended away by Kilius. And Kilius once again sending it away, finding a barrier of his own on the other side. But as we talk about all the good things that are happening to the Goats, Fudgy Waffles is once again, was Molten Bolted past tense, the flow state completely wasted, almost taken off the map as well. And this time, the beat drop gets a KO onto Snake. This could be the difference maker here, but Gumi becoming the midfielder, placing the rune pillars down, halting, stalling for so long. Kainoob as well. 2 seconds, 1 second. The barrier is taken and Snake is back.
Yeah, an absolutely crazy offensive play from Gumi and Kilius. That practiced aggression, able to know when they're able to steal those goalie barriers in a reverse power play. But right now, Fudgy Waffles on the aggression right now. Pillar comes out from Gumi to defend that goalie barrier into whatever stuffing I Love Albion and Fudgy Waffles could do. And right now, Pass Splitter comes out not able to find anything but the base drop, able to claim another victim. Oh my gosh. As Kainoob trying to keep it forward with the lock and load, so able to keep it delayed for a good bit with the help of Gumi's Banish. Molten Bolt goes wide, not able to find the goal. Pass from I Love Albion goes a little bit wide against Fudgy Waffles, giving not sad boys, I keep seeing the emo, Demons RAHH that extra oomph in core control. I Love Albion though, hitting it in the Rune Pillar. I love Rune Pillars right now, says Gumi most likely. I Love Albion though, trying to desperately keeping it out of Kilius and net from Snake's scoring attempt, and a good strike or win from Kilius, able to keep it out, but the Rune Pillar is making things so chaotic again and again. A Snake might be sent off the map with Grace Up. No, he barely survives with no stagger to speak of though. Flip may be coming out from I Love Albion, but the Banish comes out, not able to find anything. Snake with a Pack Splitter trying to find something, anything, but a core flip from I Love Albion, able to take it after that absolutely massive fist fight of a fucking point. I cursed, but it looks like both teams will be bandaging each other after that round.
Yeah. What an incredible round the Goats hold on, and this could be their set. This could be the turnaround if they pick up a win here, but Snake is trying to say no. Already takes one barrier, aim for the second one, as Fudgy this time manages to knock him Molten Bolted instantly, is building up a little bit of speed, but is a little bit far from the core. Now picks it up a little bit more, dribbling back and forth, has the base drop as well, the beat drop, whatever it's called, but now Molten Bolted, now forced to go elusive, almost taken off the field, dodges away from the barrier beam critically, manages to stay alive, manages to regen with the Stagger Swagger, loses the flow state, but I don't know, the barriers are even. The Goats are staying alive, but as I say that, Opalmi, I Love Albion, is taken off the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he probably doesn't love the KO meta right now, as, oh my gosh, that pillar from Gumi, absolutely so oppressive. It's just so hard to save that. Core flip, the flip and wait comes out from Kainoob, and immediately punished by Fudgy Waffles' base drop, sending him into the penalty box for those 12 seconds. Fudgy Waffles, though, banished, sent into his own little torment soundscape. Yeah, he's in the penalty box. He's dead. Octavia's dead once again. It's looking like a bit of a fist fight. Strike from Snake. Almost gets a goal, but it looks like a pass down to Kainoob as Snake wins that. Oh my gosh! Snake wins the strike war and predicts the core flip clear from Kilius, able to get that second point, and we're 1 point away from the potential reverse sweep dream being crushed in front of Ghost Esports eyes.
Yeah. And it's a bit of conditioning, right? Kilius was flipping opposite side so often because of those rune pillars from Gumi. So Snake predicts the correct side. It's a little bit more likely as whoa! The massive airships come out. Budgie Waffles manages to survive for a little bit, and this could be the point that the goats need. They need to live here. But as I say that, a great shotgun from Kainu completely halts the momentum. The barrier is taken. Budgie is banished. Gumi is in position, scores it himself, and that will be the Demons taking it in 3 sets.
Yeah, look at that. Groony right there with the rune. Able to completely shut down Kilius in front of the net. A well-deserved victory for the side of Demons RAHH. Gumi showing his dominance as a goalie in that game.
Yeah, absolute dominance as Kainu and Gumi both 2 goals apiece. Snake, the scorer of the team, providing so much forward pressure as well. And I don't know, the comp just, I feel like, didn't work for Goats. It was completely counterplayed by the Demons from the very start.
Yeah, and for those of you annoyed by Octavian solo queue, take notes. Look what Kainu and Gumi are doing every time that flow state comes up. One of them has a CC button to absolutely shut down that character, even when many people consider that Castellas to be a game warping awakening on that Octavia. It just looked like it wasn't really doing that much. Fudgy Waffles not only struggling to stay alive, but to maintain that flow state and core control at all throughout the entirety of the game.
Yeah, it's absolutely brutal. But as we've seen the replay, some crazy saves coming out from Kilius, but it was not enough. The slightest of missteps means your doom in a game like Omega Strikers, especially against a team as close to the top as Demons RAHH.
Yeah, definitely. And these top teams, these playoff candidates, these, Demons RAHH, a candidate to even take it all, of course, would have to upset Sad Boys to do it, but it's an upset that's very, very possible nonetheless, especially after a performance like that. It looks like these teams have these strategies to adapt to these, the Octavia pick that, a lot of people were worried about with a lot of the buffs coming out to Octavia in recent times, but it looks like Demons RAHH will have absolutely no trouble with any Octavians that get pulled out against them.
Yeah, and I don't know what Goats can do. I'm just hoping for an Inky Splash Zone so we could save the juice.
Please, please. I brought out the towel. I brought out the sunscreen. I got my Coca-Cola in a very, very nice glass. It looks nice, probably. It's very summery. It fits in a cup holder so that you can put it on your beach chair. Give me Inky Splash Zone. Hello, Jonathan Odyssey. Come on, we're homies. Come on.
I'm patiently waiting for
Oh,
the
I'm
loading
patiently
screen.
waiting. Please, please give me the juice box. The juice battle. No. Oh my God! No way! Summer is over, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard it here first. And look at that! Demons RAHH with their swimsuits. They are so prepared. They are dressed to impress, and instead they have to swim in that small, ugly pond that people get fished into all the time.
Yeah, it's the size of an inflatable pool, and they're all geared up. I doubt Dubu fits in it alone. As Rasmus being taken off the table, they don't want to play the 1v1 here as Lovin Drunk drops a follow. What? Lovin, haven't you been a caster for multiple weeks and you're not followed? Like, I know this is the North American Strikers League broadcast, and I'm supposed to be, like, serious and focused about the game, but that just took me out completely.
Jump scare, Lovin drop late follow after all we've done for you. I mean, well, now he's followed us back, so it's all good, Actually, am I followed him? Maybe I'm fake. I could be fake. I need to check.
Anyway, as Brickbat checks if he is fake, these are pretty standard compositions coming out yet again. The same draft coming out for Demons RAHH. Goats opting for, surprisingly, unsurprisingly, not the Octavia.
Yeah. And it looks like, we will have a Big Fish perfect form start. 5 big fishes. Look at that. Even the trainings were ready, or the awakenings were ready for the splash up. People wanted to go to SeaWorld, but nothing. Gumi, the only spoil sport here, not really wanting to take that aquarium beach trip, but what can I say? Summer was not meant to be. It is indeed late August after all. Fortunately, you'll have to wake me up when September ends. Wow, there I was going nowhere with that pun, but who is going somewhere? I Love Albion trying to get that goalie barrier, and he's able to get it with the dash punch into the Strike War win. Kainoob trying to get it down the court, but not able to find anything just yet against Fudgy Waffles. The Maelstrom comes out, blocked by the Rune Pillar, able to cover that angle. Fudgy Waffles, though, maintaining that core control past the Snake. Doesn't get anything so far, not able to make up Fudgy Waffles as he's so fast on that era. Achilles with a down clear into a banished I Love Albion, not able to find anything, but I Love Albion banished and is back, able to get a KO against Snake. Looks like a reversal of the Predator and Prey here as the Rune Pillar comes down, able to block any scoring attempt in that top pocket. Gooby with the flip, able to use that if needed. Goes wide, unfortunately. Fudgy Waffles going on the aggression as I Love Albion is again trying to find a score, but there's so many pillars. It's looking like a Roman Coliseum right now with all this architecture going out. Kainoob, though, not able to get the core control that Demon's Raw able to try to find right now as the Maelstrom, the shrunk Maelstrom, able to come out and a core flip from Fudgy Waffles, able to get them the first point of the game.
Yeah, just great pressure from Goats. And this is what happens when you don't pick Octavia, it feels like. Because Fudgy Waffles on the era, a little bit more able to fight back, to really buff up the team with speed, and not be that kind of target for Demons. And now Gumi almost being taken out by the Juliet, by Apalmi. I Love Albion, the flip from Kilius, KO Snake. This is a massive chance. The flip not even used from Apalmi. The special maybe enough as the flip will send it to the bottom corner. And the Goats are looking quite good.
Yeah, looking like a bit of a reversal of the Jakar Molten Bolt, not that one-size-fits-all solution to the era pick as it was the Octavia. Oh my gosh, the Coca-Cola catching up with me. And you know what's also catching up with him? I Love Albion's love of the water, of the pond, as Kainoob able to punish that and give him a little bit of a bath time. He might need a shower after that. Gumi, though, unfortunately losing that to an unfortunate bounce off the pond, though I Love Albion is back and ready to splash down. He brought his swimsuit today. Fudgy Waffles, though, looking for a scoring attempt, not able to find anything past the Jakar Molten Bolt. I Love Albion in position, looking for that pass that will not come to him as Fudgy Waffles sent off the map right now. Rune Pillar comes out, keeping the offensive play going. No, Snake not able to find anything right now as the Molten Bolt slows him down, but everyone's looking a little slow right now. The play is slowing down a little bit. Pillar, though, able to keep that aggressive play going. Gumi passing it to Snake, able to get through I Love Albion. I Love Albion not loving the wall right now as he will not get sent off the map. Fudgy Waffles, though, trying to pass it up, but a good dodge from I Love Albion, able to avoid the banish. Gumi will not be drawing his cards as a result today, but I Love Albion looking a little bit low. Has dodge to work with, though, if he would so choose to use it. Real Pillar comes out, and a crazy bounce to Snake sets him up for a perfect scoring opportunity, getting them the first point of the game.
Yeah, that extra touch on the core, slightly redirecting it, but not enough to slow it down, not enough to be classified as a redirect. We usually see that from the Rasmus push into strike, but this time Snake does it with the Gumi Pillar as the Goats need to find something here fast because the momentum they've built up is disappearing quickly. I Love Albion, Apalmi almost being taken out, banished, and completely staggered as Fudgy and Kilius looks to progress the core up the field. Apalmi is now KO'd. Fudgy Waffles caught off guard near the edge, goes away, and Kilius finds the flip, finds the core away, finds the barrier even, and now this could be the Goats' set. Because right now, both teammates are up for Kilius. The core is sent forward. Fudgy, as long as he doesn't get KO'd on the wall, this could be huge, but Kainoob will take the barrier with the strike shotgun. All reliable. Apalmi trying to advance the core up the field, but burn to cooldown for not as Kainoob sends it back forward, and bad. It's getting a little bit scary for the Goats.
I'm just saying because there's so many crazy plays happening right now. Kilius absolutely being an iron wall, and Gumi trying his best to look like a midfielder despite the role he queued for. Kilius, though, on the defensive right now, able to hit a crazy Molten Bolt snipe as it sets him up, but a dribble from Snake won't find anything as he kind of whiffs it, but it bounces right back to him, and he able to get it from a dribble off the bumper. A heartbreaker point loss for the side of Goats Esports as we go into the final point of the set.
Yeah, and as good as they look, they were up 2-0. It could all be erased here without a trace. As Snake is approaching, is looking for that score. The double banish comes in. So much damage being put onto the members of the Goats as Kilius passes up to Fudgy Waffles. They're looking for the barrier here, but Apalmi is just constantly being stunned up on the bottom side, almost being taken out. The health bar looking very low. The flip will fully stagger him as Kilius and Fudgy can do nothing but watch as Apalmi is just being chased down right now.
Yeah, and I love Albion probably loving that orb that he just picked up right now, able to get him back into the game, if only for a brief moment, as he is banished pillared yet again. Oh, I love dodging as well, as he absolutely dodges the predators from, the absolute predatory behavior from Kainoob and Snake, trying to absolutely kill him, send him off the map over and over again. Oh, and it looks like the pillar does come out from Gumi. Fudgy Waffles trying to get that goalie barrier, but not able to find anything right now. Defensive power flip from Kainoob, passing it to Snake. But wins the strike war, able to get a goalie barrier for his trouble. Fudgy Waffles and Achilles on the defensive right now. Shrink Ray comes out, only finding the core, unfortunately, but Snake is a little staggered right now. Oh, pillar comes out from Gumi, almost makes the Achilles, but I love Albion loves the pillars a little too much. He might be a little bit of an architecture fan as he strikes it into the pillar, giving Gumi the goal and the set for Demon's RAHH.
Yeah, and that's just so unfortunate if you're a fan of the GOATs right now, as Primetime is being picked up, and this rune will become even more impenetrable, even more annoying to get past the midfield line against, and nearly impossible to take the barrier against once he puts a pillar on the top or bottom half of it. As now, I don't know what they're gonna do, but
yeah,
it's not looking too good.
It's looking bad. I mean, look at this crazy draft from the side of Demon's RAHH, the Primetime Rune Goalie, one of those characters that literally just does not care about the nerf to Primetime. It will be just as strong as it was in Season 1. Oh my gosh, I love Albion trying to dash punch Snake, or no, Kainoob, and Snake punches that for his troubles. Shrink Break comes out. Snake, unfortunately, not loving how big he is right now. Kainoob, but trying to get a cheesy KO onto Fudgy Waffles in the pond, but unfortunately will not be found. Oh no, Gumi strikes into his pillars. Also a fan of that architecture, but not able to find anything, as I love Albion, unfortunately, loves his penalty box a little bit too much. The self-pass comes from Gumi, stealing it from Kainoob, a blue lock moment. Oh, but a good strike war against the Molten Bolt from Achilles, able to keep it going, but again, the Drakkar not able to keep it up right now as the play slows down a little bit. Fudgy Waffles trying to get it through, but he's being sent off the map right now, and it's looking like a little bit of a bloodbath again. The chicken eggs and small mammals coming out from the side of Goats Esports, being shrunk a little bit. And Snake with a good core flip, able to pocket it into Achilles' net. Nothing he could do there.
Yeah, it's not looking too good, but signs of life. Fudgy Waffles is maintaining some core control. They just need to find a connection with I Love Albion. Fudgy Waffles trying to take it himself, but gets dribbled around a little bit, vanished, almost being taken off the field. Snake waiting for the combo, slightly off target, but Fudgy Waffles is still almost out of commission. It is defended away by the combined efforts of Gumi and Kainoob. They're constantly holding hands in the goal as Snake looking forward. Gumi passing to Kainoob yet again, and the offense from the Ghost is just stalling.
Yeah, and right now, Gumi and Kainoob living up to what Kainoob said about them, that Amy and Vice picture in the minds of everyone right now with these defensive plays. And it will mean enough. Oh my gosh, it's looking romantic how hard they're holding it down together. This relationship will work. Fudgy Waffles, though, trying to be a heartbreaker right now, but not able to find anything as he is slowed. Oh, core flip from Achilles sends Snake off the map and uses a little bit of that flip and dip strategy to let I Love Albion get out of the penalty box for now. Pass from Fudgy Waffles, not able to connect to I Love Albion. I Love Albion just sending damage onto Gumi, trying to slip up this iron wall defense, but nothing can happen right now. These pillars coming out, holding strong like they did for Greek architecture all the way back in the BC era. But right now, I Love Albion trying to break it down, trying to turn these pillars into ruins, but nothing ruined. But not able to find anything right now, as unfortunately Achilles loses his goal barrier, and a strike war win from Snake. Able to get that point for Demon's RAHH. Things are not looking good for Goats Esports. They are lying over on their hay bales right now.
That was almost such a cool line, but then he went haha room. But Albion once again in position, has the flip to maintain possession, but the pillars pulled. Kainoob flips first. Snake is there as well. Fudgy dribbling around. Gumi out of cooldown for just a moment. The pillar will come down though. It is just enough to defend the bottom of that barrier, and that barrier stays alive. Snake in position with the flip, defended by Fudgy Waffles in front of the barrier, and now Achilles and Fudgy need to get it out of here. The shotgun from Kainoob is just enough, and Kainoob once again sending it in. I Love Albion trying to get a pass, but the pillar will stuff one hit of that attempt, and Kainoob will have the second under control. Gumi with the pillar will force the core forwards. Snake losing a strike to Fudgy Waffles, who is in there, who almost gets the barrier but is forced away by the pillar of Gumi, like we've seen so many times again and again. And even right in front of the barrier, I Love Albion cannot get it because Gumi is just strike warring everyone.
Yeah, and actually a really clever adaptation from I Love Albion. He's actually standing on where he expects Gumi to put the pillars down, but it just won't be enough as Gumi is winning all of those critical strike wars and sending it to Snake over and over again. Can Fudgy Waffles and Kilius do a little bit of Gumi and Kainu cosplay right now? And unfortunately, it looks like the relationship will work for a little bit while longer as Kilius forced to blow that defensive core flip. Oh, and an excellent shot angle, actually able to get the goalie barrier opening. Oh, and I Love Albion able to find the Kainu KO. Fudgy Waffles now looking to pass that I Love Albion. Mix-up shot does not get through the rune pillar. Core flip comes out from I Love Albion, and he loves pocketing those shots as the first point of the set goes to I Love Albion.
Yeah, this point could be the start of something, but it'll have to be a lot because they are down for 2-1. They're down a set, but they manage to get the save. They keep the barrier alive, but right now, I Love Albion is not saved by Kilius. Kilius is not like that, I guess. Not a friend.
Yeah, just like he did with Taiga. He didn't step on the ring pillar for Taiga. Okay,
Whoa.
no. But right now, it looks like the goalie barrier will hold more than the integrity of Kilius on Taiga, but unfortunately it will go down just like the integrity of Kilius on Taiga. And Snake not able to get it in, unfortunately. Gumi with the banished pillar. This is going to be so hard to say, but an excellent strike war from Fudgy or Kilius. I couldn't tell. It was so claustrophobic, but they're able to get it out for now. Kainu, though, with that core flip if necessary. Oh, and actually able to get Fudgy Waffles with that knockback. Gumi now on the offensive, trying to read Kilius' mind. Can he? Dribble comes out. Shot, lock, and load, able to keep it going, but Kilius is 1v3 right now, and he cannot pull it off. 1v3, unfortunately. And Demon's RAHH able to put it in against Goats Esports.
Yeah, it was looking good for a moment, but that moment does not last as this draft is arriving. Heavy impact. Huge for the Drakkar of Kainub, and, well, nothing even close to equivalent for the Drakkar of Kilius. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Denies the extra special from going further, but the twin drive also being taken away by I Love Albion. Gumi forced with the orb dancer, but he's not too mad about that. It's fine as Fudgy Waffles takes super surge.
Yeah, and especially even if they don't win this set, Demon's RAHH with that orb dancer has that scaling opportunity. Gumi has not really been pressured too much in his own net, especially with damage. It'll have to be a really lucky dash punch or maelstrom from the forwards of Goats Esports to really find any way to deny that going forward. Right now, though, both teams are jostling for that core control in the midfield, and look how aggressive Kilius is actually positioning. He really wants to help his team on those scoring attempts. Rune right now looking so difficult to score on in the net. Oh, hello, and Snake looking like absolutely eating the small mammal that is Kilius, sending him into the pond to take a bath for the discount splash zone. Unfortunately, no juice for Kilius to sip this time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kilius does not discriminate. Drakkar is a reptile, but he will munch on him regardless. And if Snake can do a little bit of an Oki, a little bit of a ZZZ impression yet again, it'll look even worse for the Goats, as this time Fudgy is the one being targeted for a moment, does get the shrink out to halt the bleeding, but Kainu passes the core back once again. Snake does it backwards, aiming for a bit of a KO, but it's off target. It is defended by the entire team of the Goats, the primary being attempted by Fudgy Waffles. The dribbles as well, but Gumi and Kainu continue to defend while Snake is alone on the other side of the field. Finally, I Love Albion manages to get the barrier. This could be an opportunity. The flip is available. It is sent up, down, into the pillar twice, but defended still by Demon's RAHH.
Yeah, and already we see so many desperation shrink beams from the air. I have been in this position before where you just try to do anything to score a goal, but Air Beam is just not that great of a scoring tool unless you catch the enemy goalie off guard, and Gumi is just not being caught off guard right now, but he might be caught off guard by that scoring attempt from Fudgy Waffles, but no, he holds fast. Dash punch from I Love Albion goes wide, but it puts him in a perfect position to win the strike war against Gumi for the first point in the set for Goats Esports. We've been here before.
Yeah. This could be the start of something, but I don't want to get my hopes up too much because last time it was Demon's RAHH being clinical. And But this time, maybe something different will happen as Fudgy Waffle does have more speed on the table with the Super Surge. I Love Albion in there, but stuffed away by the shotgun. Oh, but Fudgy finds the strike in time before the pillar can arrive, and now it is the Goats maybe finding opportunity. The barrier is taken by Snake, but Fudgy is dribbling. Fudgy is looking for something with the backup of the magical Maelstrom. I Love Albion in position, passing up to Fudgy Waffles, but it is slightly off target this time. I Love Albion does have to flip, but Snake does too. Snake is approaching. The shot up to the top side will not find the goal as Snake in position for a much better one. It is still stuffed away by Kilius, as now the core finds its way to Gumi's teleport, perfectly set up to defend that moment. And kind of in position, has a shotgun. It is sent away by the Molten Bolt of Kilius, as Gumi is fine to just stall the core out, build up more orb stacks. The longer the rounds go, the more insurance they have as Kilius. What?
Well, you know, every goalie gets their one. Quoting Daftgrass here, and that's just an unfortunate one. The pressure caused Kilius to crack a little bit there. We've seen it. It happens to the best of us, even the goalies here in the North American Striker League. But right now, it looks like Goats Esports trying to regain the small shrink ray onto Snake, not able to mean much as he does get the goalie barrier right now. I Love Albion trying to go forward, but the Rune Pillar prevents any sort of aggressive posturing from him. Fudgy Waffle is not able to win the strike board and get that goalie barrier, but they are able to win the strike board to get the goalie barrier. I think I just said two things at the same time. Fudgy Waffle is trying to get in the Maelstrom, able to find the core, but not the goal. Oh, and Snake again, the small chicken eggs in front. Oh, but Snake is paid back in kind. I Love Albion. Oh my god. What a crazy defense from Goody and Kaidi. Right now, the two are probably talking about how much they love each other in comms right now as the banish comes out and not able to find anything just quite yet, though. The Molten Bolt sends it onto the side of Demon's Raw map, but a strike or win from Fudgy Waffles continues the aggressive play. The good strike placement from Snake, able to get it past Fudgy Waffles. Pass from I Love Albion. I Love passing right now, able to break Kainu's ankles a little bit, forcing that core flip and a dash punch through Kainu, able to get that goal, and unfortunately the power of love will not be enough to keep the goal out of the net. Or the ball, the puck, the core, that's what it's called, the core out of the net.
Yeah, incredible defense on the goal line, but it is the Goats finding their last opportunity here. They need to score or else the game is over. Kilius passing it up to Fudgy. They're looking for a way out of the situation, but the Era is banished. The Era is taking so much damage along with the Juliet of I Love Albion. Kilius manages to clear it out for a moment. The KO is attempted, but a little bit of hesitation on the flip means that Snake stays alive. Snake is involved in taking out the barrier. Gumi has the flip, whiffs it. The magical Maelstrom will halt the core for a moment, but Kainub is constantly passing it back and forth. Gumi with the bounce, but it is sent away. Fudgy Waffle staying alive for a moment, being brutally taken out by Kainub's lock and load, but the barrier goes down. A little bit of hope, but once again, I Love Albion. I Love the Rune Pillar unfortunately hits it directly into its face, setting up a strike war situation for Snake, and he doesn't miss those.
He does not miss right now. So many small mammals and chicken eggs consumed by that Asher play this game, and Demon's Raw looking very, very strong, taking out, you know, a team that a lot of people expected them to take out, but doing so in such a decisive manner that I don't think everyone was prepared for.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, right? I think a lot of people expected it to be decisive, but there were also moments where the Goats look good, but there's a lot of conditionals in there. But
yeah,
definitely a win for Demons, an expected win, but very, very well played by them regardless.
Yeah, and I mean, look at that. Unfortunately, we did not get to see Iki splash zones, but you know what? We did get to see 18 KOs from the side of Demon's Raw. You know, Asher, Chakar, characters that definitely have a lot of that KO potential, especially if they get a lot of those damage trainings and stuff like that. And Snake there looking like an absolute carnivore in the grass, just waiting to pounce so many of those times. The primary from Asher, so much knockback, so much damage that I Love Albion and Fudgy Waffles, even with the damage reduction of the shrink, just wasn't able to contend with in the second game.
Yeah, it was a little bit rough there as, well, you know, there were a lot of good moments and it was very close. The clutch dash punches near the end from I Love Albion, but in the end it ended as it began, with a strike into the pillar that was predicted, and it will once again be Demon's Raw taking the victory here. And Brickbat it looks like we're going to head to a short break before we pass it off to another analyst desk, I believe. So yeah, that'll be us. That'll be it for us.
Yeah, and if you want to see more high-level Omega Strikers content or potentially be in it yourself, use that exclamation mark Discord again. Why am I running out again? I forgot. We'll do that at the end of the stream probably. I don't need to worry about that right now. Well, I hope you all enjoyed summer because it seems to be over. I'm tossing away this towel. Goodbye. I finished my Coca-Cola. Summer's over. We're back in August. That sucks. But hey, maybe we'll see more Inky Splashstone now that I'll be getting off the desk in just a moment.